Hey guys, Rob Alwyn. Hey, welcome to our weekly LifeWise call. One of the things I want to let you know that's very good news is that we are tracking our truck and we are going to get our fuel in abundance. I mean, a lot. And one of the other things I wanted to tell everyone, at least stateside, Canada, give me a few minutes. We're still trying to work out some bumps, but at least for the continental United States of America, every single one of our individual items will now be buy 4, get 1 free, not as a promo, but just how we do business. We want to be able to help people to get the best value. It really brings the price down when you factor in the cost of that product that you get for free and you divide it into the 4 that you paid for, and it drops those 4 by 25% a piece. That's huge, especially with the fuel, because it brings the cost down, I believe, to $5. What a meal, okay? At $6.60, it's a what a meal, but that's very exciting. We have a new kit, and it is called the New You Pack. The New You Pack. We have been needing a great middle of the road package. We've got, our packs that are in the $200 to $300 range. And then there was that $5.99 range that went away for a while. And then of course we got the Advanced Pro Builder Kit. It's got everything but the kitchen sink in it and tickets to conference and the Leadership Academy. And I mean, man, it's definitely incredible for the builders. The New You Kit is going to have the Radiance package, which is your strips, beauty from the inside out, that highly bioavailable technology, and you get the overnight renewal, and you get the morning glow. So now we are focusing on your health and your face. We're talking about the new you. Then watch this. In that kit, we're taking the most nutrient-dense meal that money's ever been able to be spent on. The fuel is going bonkers crazy, and thank God we stepped out in faith and bought a lot of this. But it is going to have the Wise Weight system. So you're going to have your balance to help your body support blood sugar stabilization and those hungry cravings that you always get. Clean out that body and keep that body clean from all of the toxins and metals and contamination that resides inside of our fat cells, and then have the best meal money can buy. Just imagine this. You've got the looks component hitting the feel good and get to a wise weight component, and then you throw in a good night's sleep. Because you know what? The body needs to be able to replenish. It needs to be able to repair, and you need to sleep good. So your new $599 kit is going to be something that I'm going to highly recommend that everybody start. Those people, they don't want plastic surgery. They don't want shots, but they want a massive transformation. The new you is a massive transformation. Help them to get healthy. Help them to get the nutrition. Help them to get a good night's sleep. Help them to get the serum so that their body can start to work on those wrinkles and all the other things. But this is going to be how I highly recommend that all of us bring people into this company. You want a new you? Join us. And so anyway, $599, it is going to pay a full 8 QV. That's so huge. To have $159 off to give away that free dream and pay out a full 8 QV, seeing that go up potentially 18 levels of the people, 8 QV, it is going to be a wealth creation machine, an offering for long-term residual willable wealth creation by having that much commission flow through your entire organization, having something that the consumer saves so much money on, and yet it has a full payout of 8 QV. So it's a really big deal. I also have some very exciting news. This is for the East Coast, which by the way, is lighting up. I mean, all the way up and down the East Coast. Y'all are just absolutely blowing this up. So I'm just going to tell you that the East Coast is about to have expedited shipping for the entire eastern seaboard or whatever of the United States of America, because we just closed on a facility and we are going to have Mike Alwyn, my cousin, the first employee of LifeWise, is going to be moving to Florida. Will continue to do what he's always done, but he's going to be sitting 2 blocks away from the beach. We're going to be able to ship that East Coast so fast your head spins. 60 days we will be live on the East Coast. You know, we talk about this all the time. We talk about what you think about, you bring about. And what you talk about, you bring about. I just wanted to share with you some things that I think are just evidence of how important it is to be dreaming and confessing and sharing your vision and praying and believing. And so the topic tonight is a beach, a boy, a van, a storm, and a living room. As long as I have known my cousin, Mike Alwyn, first off, he's one of the sweetest human beings anyone could ever meet in your entire life. Everyone knows that he is a cornerstone at our company and a servant and loves people and works very hard day, night, and weekend serving all of you. Well, my cousin used to be a surfer, and my cousin loves the beach. He loves all things beach. You know, one of the things that I had a goal and a dream and a vision for was that when we would get older in life, that because of all of the faithfulness and hard work of my cousin always being with me, that I would want to be able to bless him. And so in my mind, I would always be thinking of ways, what could be cool for cuz, what could be great for my cousin. As my bride, my beautiful Ronnie, always dreamed of the beach. Toes in the sand, she'd say, baby, toes in the sand, toes in the sand. And we would design and we would talk about what we wanted and the winters and how beneficial it is to be in a place that's warm and beautiful like Florida. As I was seeing how much enjoyment there was with my wife, I got to thinking about my cousin Mike, and I'm thinking, you know what? That guy loves the beach so much too. And so anyway, I was able to buy a home out there and a place for us to be able to have as our East Coast shipping facility. And Mike's going to be out there probably in a month, and we'll be up and operational within 60 days. And I can just see Mike grabbing a surfboard again. I can see Mike surfing. I can see Mike going for walks on the beach. And I'm just so excited about that. But what you think about, what you talk about, you bring about. I hope that you, and I want to challenge you, I hope that you're dreaming about who you might be able to participate in the blessing with. Who is that loyal person, that loving person? I hope and I pray that you've got a Mike Alwyn. But Mike's about to be a beach boy again. And he came to Arkansas at my request. And now we are requesting Mike Alwyn to go run the East Coast shipping facility and continue to do our customer care. And like he did in Arkansas, he will do it until it's undoable. And then we will bring in someone else to assist him in moving those products all over the place. I want to talk about a van. I got to tell you, for many, many years it started off, Mike will tell you, he was in that back seat. The journey began in not a van, but the journey of going out and sharing the plan and doing meetings began in the back of a 70 VW Bug that had been rear-ended and third gear was missing, and I bought cheap. I don't know how many years of driving around in junky vehicles I did. I know that it was many, but I always thought, man, how cool it would be to have a Suburban, and then the Suburban became reality. Then it was like, man, it'd be kind of cool to have an RV, and then the RV became a reality, but it was just too big and cumbersome and hard to drive. And then every once in a while, man, I'd see one of those like really cool vans, almost like a limo van with high back bucket heated seats and glass skylights and leather upholstery and cool like mood lighting. And I would be talking with Greg and I'd say, man, someday, bro, we're going to have us a van and we're going to run around. And Greg and I ran those roads, Suburbans and trucks and whatever we had over the years. But anyway, a van, man. And it had to be black, a black van, a shiny black van that had a big motor and would be safe and sturdy and reliable and nice wheels and a big TV for the people in the back so they could be just kicking back and enjoying. And as I was driving home from Florida, my other home, if you will, because home is wherever Ronnie's at, but driving to our Arkansas home, I was literally just talking with God and I was saying, Lord, man, I'd really love to have that van, but I don't want to spend $150,000 for one of those high boys. Lord, I need a smoking deal on a killer black, luxurious, beautiful GMC van. I'm not really a Mercedes guy, but those are cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm a GM guy, and I'm driving home and I noticed the little car lot in our town. I look over and I see a beautiful black van and I'm going, oh my gosh, that looks awesome. I can't wait to see that in the light. But it'll probably be too expensive because we're pretty thrifty. We're, as a company, we don't want to waste money on expensive stuff. We really don't. And so today I pulled into that lot and I got to looking at it and I thought, oh my gosh, what is something like this doing on a little town with 700 people? It's sitting on his little gravel lot, this luxurious black, awesome glass skylights, leather upholstery. It was just incredible. And he pulled out the Carfax and telling me about how, oh my gosh, the guy that bought this new traded it in on another new one. And it was just a local vehicle and it was pampered and always garaged. And I was like, man, this thing's awesome. And then there was that point of, oh, that's really awesome. It's probably too expensive for us at LifeWise. And then he told me the price, about 1/6 of what the guy paid for it new not so many years ago. And anyway, so we were able to, as a company, to buy that van and pay cash for that used, luxurious, beautiful road warrior van. And you will start to see Greg and Sylvia and Rob and Ronnie and Dr. Clem. And Dr. Clem and I had talked many a time about how cool it would be to jump in a cool van and go out and do leadership academies all across the North American continent. Anyway, it's sitting in the driveway. I'll probably put a picture of it up. I promise you we didn't spend too much for it. We got such a smoking deal. We're very responsible with our LifeWise money, and I would never do anything to break that trust. But anyway, my question to you is are you putting it out there? Are you putting out there what you want? Are you believing that God can create a way where it seems like there's no way, where doors can be opened for you? Are you dreaming like that? Are you sharing that vision? And then it hit me as I was sitting in Debbie and Charlie's living room with their friends and their family. And they were so proud that those that they loved so much were there. It reminded me of when I was in my neighbor's living room about 18 or 19 years ago. My neighbor got so excited about a company, and he was talking about this group of people from Florida that had locked arms and went out and built their dreams together and created so much momentum that we, at the time I was living in California, that we could jump into their momentum and that we could piggyback off of what the Florida boys, we called them the Florida boys. He said, we're not supposed to go to their meeting. This was back when you're not supposed to cross line and there's all these rules and all the things I don't like that we don't have at this company. And he goes, the guy of the Florida guys is going to be here and his name's Charlie. And we snuck into their meeting in Southern California and we got to hear from Charlie and he shared his heart. I remember it like it was yesterday, though it was 18 or 19 years ago that I first got to listen to his heart. And then we became friends over the years. And when we started this company, Greg and Sylvia and Ronnie and I, we just believe along with the Ponds and a few other couples, that Charlie and Debbie would be here one day. That if ever there were a couple that was the personification of LifeWise, that it was Debbie and Charlie. There I sat in their living room and I'm going, God, how cool are you? You knew 18 to 19 years ago that the reason I was going gung-ho with this new company at the time called Mon-Fri, I had been impacted by a couple called Debbie and Charlie Kaub. And here I sit in their home with their new diamonds and their family. And we spent time together. And I thought, God, how good you are. You see, at first, Debbie and Charlie, they were with good friends and they were in a different place. But the Ponds and the Adelmans and the Alwins, we kept confessing, nope, they're going to be in LifeWise. They're going to do LifeWise with us. They are LifeWise. As I sit here tonight, I think about that beach boy. Mike's about to live not just by a beach, but by one of the most beautiful beaches in the entire world. A dream come true, I know, for him, but also for me, because I love my cousin. That van, I'm so tickled to death about that van. You know why? Because it's got those captain's chairs. And we're going to be able to load it up and come see you and break bread with you and share the LifeWise life with you and your friends. One kitchen table at a time, one living room at a time, one backyard barbecue at a time. We're going to take it on the road. And then the last part of the topic was a storm. As I was hearing about the storms, I was in Florida. And next thing you know, I heard Horseshoe Bend and Ash Flat and Hardy, Batesville, Williford, Cave City, and Franklin. Folks, these were all the neighborhood communities around my home and our corporate headquarters. And I said, Lord, please don't let anyone die in these storms, because they were hitting and they were punching and things were starting to be on TV. And I prayed so hard. Take a look at where I graduated from high school. Take a look what wiped out some of my friends' homes. Take a look at what even hit some of our friends from our church in our community. I want to ask you a couple questions before we wrap it up tonight. Talk to me and be honest. You don't have to put in anything in the comments, but talk to yourself and be honest. What's your confession like? Are you praying for your community? Praying for your family? Are you dealing with real issues, real adversities? Are you dreaming for what you want or complaining about what you think you'll never have? Are you giving up on people because they don't start with you day one? Are you praying and talking to God? Are you casting your vision in faith? Are you believing and open to God's very best? And are you confessing what you want, what you speak about, you bring about, what you think about, focuses? Folks, we want you to live this life that's so splendid and cool and fun and passionate. We want your feet waking up with purpose every single day. Don't you know that God cares about every element of your life? Don't you know that He's not just there for one area of your life? God is there for all areas of your life. I hope that you're that person in your family that's not only starting your new you journey by using products and making commitments and celebrating your new life that is wise, but are you getting over yourself and including those people around you that need you? They need you to not give up on them. They need you to keep speaking life into their life. Oh, they're coming around. My nose will soon be yeses. I'm going to bless a whole bunch of people that think they don't need to be blessed. Physically and financially, I'm going to be helping people with their health. because sometimes people are sick in both of those areas. Who's your beach boy or beach girl? What's that vehicle you want to drive or want someone else to be able to drive? What's that storm that though it may come into your life, you're praying for good outcomes? Here's what I know that's going to take place in our surrounding area. Lives are being touched. Relationships are being formed. Financial blessings are coming their way. I know that as soon as that truck hits on Thursday or Friday, I know I'm running 1,000 fuel meals to Cave City, Arkansas to help those people that are struggling. Who's that person you're supposed to light up? Come alongside and light them up. Won't you help us with the New You campaign and just run like you've never run? Walk it out with the faith that maybe you've never had before in your life. Grab a hold of that belief, grab a hold of that faith, grab a hold of that science, grab a hold of your buddies, and just go out there and do all of the things that God wants you to do with your life. Do it and know that you will be victorious. It might not be in your timing, might not look exactly how you want it to look, but sometimes it does. There's a black van in the driveway to prove it. There's a girl living in the home of her dreams across the bay from the prettiest sand in the world. There's a boy that's about to move there that loves you and is going to be serving you on the East Coast. And there is a storm that didn't kill a single person in Cave City, though it looks like war-torn Bosnia. God is good. I'm going to conclude with this. The good word from 1 Chronicles 16. I'm going to start in verse 8. Give praise to the Lord. Proclaim his name. Make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him. Sing praise to him. Tell of all his wondrous acts. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. All righty. Well, I love y'all. God bless y'all. Rob Alvin signing off from Horseshoe Bend, Arkansas. Good night, everyone.